The four-year plan is so fascinating because it allows people basically to get involved in a program that will allow them to shop for better products at home that are later shipped to them on a regular basis and become wealthy in 4 years, because instead of tying your assets to any kind of security or real estate or investment or financial sector expert, there is no principal to manage. There is no problem. Basically, it's called principal-less interest, which goes kind of like this. Let's say in the four-year plan, and that's what we call it. This really shocked me when I saw it. In the four-year plan, let's say it costs $250 to become a representative with a company that markets products that everybody already uses. You know, maybe toothpaste, shampoo, soap, whatever. I'm a great believer in redirected spending rather than behavioral modification. If you go to Harvard Business School, they teach a billion-dollar blueprint where they've analyzed companies, and what they've learned is the first criteria of 7 is market size. Now, I don't know about you. If I'm going to have my retirement tied to products or services, I'm going to make sure I've got the biggest market sector of all. So do your due diligence. There are hundreds of great companies. I'm not going to get into any projections of earnings. They all have, get your calculator out and watch these numbers. Let's say it costs $250 to become a member of the four-year plan. You pick a company that's got products or services about which you're somewhat excited, and everybody needs them, and we'll reorder them and reuse them. No hyper-spend, legitimate products. Not overpriced to compensate people, legitimate products. Now, let's say you get 12 people in the first year. We'll just call this year 1, and they're all using. Now, they all spend $250 and get $250 worth of product to start, or services or whatever. They're all spending $100 a month on the products. But they're not really, because every person they bring in for $250, they earn, let's say, 40%. Let's say they get $100 on the products in that starter kit. So you've got 12 people, and if you get one person a month for a year, you've got 12 people who are each bringing in one person. They're each shopping for free for $100. That's creating $1,200 volume. Are you with me? In the second year, that 12 becomes 144. Now, let me stop right here, because the Federal Trade Commission and the regulators of the government hate it when you try to pretend that there will be a mathematical certainty of growth. There won't be. You might have to get 150 people to find 12 who will stay with you. So let's just be honest for once. The four-year plan is as it implies. There's a lot of money in it, but it's going to be hard work. But you've got 12 people who are capable of each getting one person a month. Now you've got 144 people at $100. Do your own calculation. In the third year, if everybody just got one, and they won't, again, I'm just giving you an idea here, you would have 1,600 people, right, at $100. You can do the math yourself. Get out your own calculator. There are hundreds of companies. They pay all different amounts, all different overrides, commissions. The point is, in the four-year plan, your capital is tied to a proprietary funding vehicle, and it's principal-less interest rather than trusting somebody in the financial sector to invest your money in WorldCom or Enron just in time for the collapse. And in the fourth year, this is why we call it the four-year plan, you would have roughly 20,000 people at $100 a month. Now, I'm not going to do any income projections. Get out your own calculator. Some companies are going to pay you on this 22,000, whatever number of people, they're going to pay you a small percentage, maybe 2 to 5%. Some are going to pay you 8%. But ladies and gentlemen, get your calculator and run the numbers here. The fourth year, if you've got 20,000 product consumers who are ordering $100 a month for their families to use, you're sitting on 20,000 times 100. That's 2 million in the backwoods of Missouri, and I guess it is in your home too. Do the math. What would you get on $2 million a month? Proprietary funding, principal-less interest that comes to you by FedEx. Listen. The 40-year plan is for drones, and I don't care what uniform you wear. If you're working 60, 70-hour weeks, fighting traffic, carrying around a cell phone, if you're tethered all day to a wireless feed drip of irrelevant minutia like a text machine, if you're twitting, if you're working 70, hey, switch to the 4-year plan. Now, you're getting this information for free. The reason you're getting it for free is because I cannot believe in this day and age I could be censored and banned from teaching this to a graduate economics class in a major university. That's how scared the people in power are of you finding out what I found out in April of '86.
One fact cannot be debated. The man delivering this chalkboard presentation decided to join the new game. In 11 months, he was earning enough to semi-retire and move to an Aspen ski home. Since then, he's coached thousands of people worldwide and written several bestsellers. The person who directed you to this lecture is in our plan, or you wouldn't be watching this. Switch plans and change your life, or ignore this message like the 6 other people who saw it at the same time it was presented to Mark, and stay the same. Most of those who ignored this chalkboard presentation are now calling Mark for help. Unfortunately, they've wasted years. So, we urge you to change plans today.
I don't know what you're going to do with this information, but when I saw this chalkboard demonstration, I didn't sleep for a week reasonably. I was crazy. I was trembling. I said, how come everybody doesn't know about this? And the mentor that showed me the chalkboard presentation said, well, because nobody dares to teach this in academic circles. It should be started in the first grade. In the first grade, people should be exposed to the 4-year plan. It should evolve throughout all their education. Instead, we've reached a point where I'm no longer allowed to teach it at the college level because it's too volatile, because they're turning out drones. Listen to me carefully. The 40-year plan is not doable anymore. The 4-year plan is great. I got on it. It took me 11 months to move to Aspen, as I said, and the rest of my life has just been an absolute fairy tale. No degree, no special skills, no wealthy parents, no funding, no money, no real estate, no cash. All I did was I got involved in this, and I worked hard, and in 11 months, it was like whoop-de-doo, zippity-doo-dah. Every month the checks came in. Principal interest based on proprietary funding vehicles. So I appreciate you listening, and I hope the 40-year plan excites you, but I hope the 4-year plan changes your life. So I guess I've said it all. Class dismissed.